In a wide green valley surrounded by majestic mountains, birds filled the skies every morning. Their wings cut through the air effortfully, their songs echoing over rivers and meadows. Life in the valley was a symphony of freedom, and yet, not all birds shared that joy. Among them was a small bird named Aria. Unlike the others, she never soared high. She hopped from branch to branch, keeping her wings folded close to her body. She would watch her friends vanish into the clouds and long to join them, but the fear in her heart held her down. It wasn't always like this. Aria had been eager to fly once, as all young birds are. She had stretched her wings with hope, leapt from a branch, and tumbled violently to the ground. The fall was not just painful, it was humiliating. The memory of it clung to her, whispering constantly, "Star, you cannot fly. It is too dangerous." At first, her friends tried to encourage her. They sang songs in her honor, cheered her on, and waited patiently for her to take flight again. "Tomorrow," Aria would say. "Next time, I will try." But tomorrow never came. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and Aria's fear grew roots deep into her soul. She convinced herself she was content. She found comfort in low branches and sheltered corners. The valley still had life and food, yet every time she looked up at the endless sky, a pang of longing hit her heart. She wasn't living fully, she was surviving cautiously. One day, an old eagle descended from the highest peak. His feathers were silver gray, his eyes sharp like polished stone. He had watched Aria for months, always hopping, never flying, always staying behind. "Why don't you fly?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. Aria lowered her gaze. I fell once. I don't want to try again. What if I fail?" The eagle looked at her for a long moment, as if weighing her soul. Falling is not the opposite of flying. Falling is a part of flying. Every bird you see in the sky has fallen more than once. The difference is that they chose to rise again. His words lingered like a shadow and a light at the same time. Aria wanted to believe them. She wanted to trust the sky again. But fear was louder than hope. Seasons changed, the valley transformed. Flowers bloomed and faded, rivers shifted course, and the forests grew taller. The birds that once shared the sky with her had moved farther, exploring mountains, oceans, and horizons she had only dreamed of. Aria began to notice the ground felt smaller every day. Food became harder to find, and every jump from branch to branch required more energy. Staying grounded was no longer safe, it was suffocating. One evening, as the sun painted the sky with hues of gold and deep purple, Aria perched on a branch she had never dared to climb before. Below, the valley glimmered with streams and hidden meadows. The sky seemed infinite, a canvas she had avoided her entire life. For the first time, regret overpowered fear. She realized she had been waiting her whole life for the perfect moment to fly, the moment when fear would magically vanish. But perfection never came. She understood, painfully, that fear would always be there. The only way to fly was to rise despite it. The next morning, she climbed higher than ever before. Her claws gripped the branch tremblingly. Her heart raced with a mix of dread and anticipation. She whispered to herself, "Star, I may fall, I may fail, but I will not let fear steal my wings anymore." And then she leapt. The wind rushed past her feathers. Panic surged, but instinct responded faster. She flapped once, twice, and the air lifted her. Aria was flying. Her heart pounded with exhilaration. The ground below seemed distant, almost unreal. Colors she had never noticed before danced around her, golden sunlight reflecting on rivers, green canopies stretching endlessly, and clouds she had only imagined brushing her wings. She soared higher, twisting, turning, feeling every gust as if it were a song written for her alone. She laughed, a clear sound that blended with the whispering wind. The valley, once small and confining, now seemed full of endless possibilities. After hours of flying, she returned to the branch where the old eagle waited. "You remembered what you were made for," he said gently. Aria landed beside him, trembling from joy and exhaustion. "I thought falling would break me, but staying on the ground was breaking me even more." The eagle nodded, his gaze kind. Freedom always carries the risk of falling, but without it, you are never truly living. From that day forward, Arya embraced the sky. Storms came, winds pushed her down, and she stumbled from time to time. But every fall was a lesson, every gust of wind a reminder of her strength. She learned to trust herself, to move beyond fear, and to celebrate small victories along the way. When younger birds hesitated to take their first leap, trembling at the edge of their branches, Arya shared her story. She spoke of fear and courage, of falling and rising, of what it meant to truly claim your wings. Falling is not the end, she would tell them. It is the beginning. The ground teaches you courage, but the sky reveals your soul. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for fear to disappear. Fly now. Your wings
Arya's
have
journey
always
became
been
an inspiration.
yours. Birds from valleys and mountains sought her wisdom. Her tale was no longer about fear, but about freedom, about the courage to rise when everything inside says you cannot. And in the quiet moments, when she rested on a high branch and watched the sun set over a horizon she had once feared, Arya smiled. She knew that forgetting how to fly was never the true danger. The real danger had been forgetting she was born to. Because the sky does not wait. Opportunities, adventures, and dreams are there for those willing to risk the fall. Arya had risked it, and she had discovered the world she was meant to explore. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more powerful motivational stories that remind you to rise, embrace your fears, and fly beyond what you thought possible.